what happens when an energy drink has a midlife crisis.
Someone is trying to fuck us.
If I win the wars, I'm going to erase all the history books.
I don't really believe anything that happened before like 1930.
You look like the type of guy that smells good sometimes.
Lying wasn't invented fucking 100 years ago. I've never lost a fight that I started with a headbutt. You have high body count hair. Congratulations, your father owns a bakery. You look like Eminem's mom from 8 Mile.
Yeah. There he is. There he is. Oh, you are looking dashing right now, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Ran a little 10K.
Another 10K.
Couldn't go in the river today because when it rains here, it washes all the dog poop into the river.
Ooh.
And then you can't go in it because then you'll be swimming in dog poop.
You don't want to be cold plunging in dog poop river.
So it actually reverses quite a few of the benefits if you end up with dysentery.
Yeah, fecal matter on the skin, getting in the pores, not good.
No, but my hair's nice and wet because I took a shower. And I mean, I'm just going to sing the song. It's a bonus ep. It's a Paulie and Devin show bonus ep. It's a bonus ep. Motherfucking bonus ep.
Yeah.
Pretty much what we got today. It's a PND bonus ep, baby.
It's a motherfucking bonus ep.
Big baby. Today's one of the most exciting bonus eps we've had, and I'm going to explain to all the listeners why that is. Because not only do we have multiple Roast the Host segments, but those Roast the Host segments inspired us to think about not only our best roast moments on television, but in addition to that, the best roast moments from specifically the challenge. And me and Paulie and I, will be drafting our roast teams that will be pinned against each other and decided the winner by you guys. So we're going to pick 3 roasts in a snake style draft to compose our teams, similar to what we did with the most entertaining final team. Mm-hmm. And then you guys are going to vote on which one of those teams has the best roasts on it. We're going to break each one down. It's going to be a hilarious episode. I couldn't be more excited. But before we get started, I have to ask the question that everybody wants to know. Paulie, how the hell are you?
Dev, I'm great. I appreciate you checking in. I appreciate the people who want to know the answer to that question. May not be many people, but I'm good.
Hey, we're going
haircut's looking good.
We're going for quality over quantity.
That's right. And we are getting a lot of quality and quantity. Every time I switch over to the Paulie and Dev Instagram and TikTok, the comments are just 99, 99, 99. People are coming in and they're giving their hot takes and they're loving our hot takes. As much as we're not experts of Survivor, people are respecting the hustle here.
We don't know anything about Survivor.
No, transparently, we know nothing about Survivor.
But we decided to start a podcast recapping it. And you want to know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, folks, but it did fall in one, okay? And I'm not entirely sure how that metaphor correlates here, but if you look hard enough, you will find an answer.
Yeah, we right there, that's what we like to call a little bit of a Devin mystique right there. That is for you to ponder and be your own philosopher, what you want to take out of that. Maybe apply it to your life, whatever it is, whatever project you're working on right now. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it did fall in one. So take that how you will.
Okay, so real quickly before we get started, would you rather be a philosopher or a police officer? Oh no. You froze in a very important moment of this program. I'm going to have to fill some dead air here. The look on Paulie's face right now, I hope that you guys are seeing this freeze frame as well. Deep in thought. If the answer isn't philosopher after this still image, I don't know what to tell you. That's pretty much all I got. So, unfortunately, I do believe that I'm going to have to exit and then re-enter this chat.
All right, we are back.
We're back. Here's the thing. This is the second time that a foreign government agency has attempted to derail an episode of the Paulie and Dev show with a weather weapon.
We
Now,
have just been weather weaponed again, and this kind of takes us back to what you just said about Rome wasn't built in a day, but it fell in one. Is there a government conspiracy to try and take us out because they know the impact that we're about to give the world through the Paulie and Dev show? And there's some agencies, some three-letter agencies that are like, we're not going to let that happen.
listen, I don't know if it's homegrown. I don't know if it is international spies. But what I do know is that someone is trying to fuck us.
Yeah, but it's not going to work because we're back.
Not on my watch. Whoever you are. Moving on. Now, let's get back to our question. Would you rather be a philosopher or a police officer? A good one.
Yes,
A good
this is a
one.
good one. A good police officer. Yeah, not a bad
A
police
good
officer.
one.
I would rather be a police officer. And here's the reason why. All right. I do love my philosophy. However, if we go back through the annals of history, the annals, if you will, um,
Interesting.
you know, it's always the people who are put in place to be the protectors that have to kind of protect the philosophers who sometimes or all the time are right. And the people in power are like, we don't like that you're influencing the people, Mr. Philosopher or Mrs. Philosopher. We're in the 21st century now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be my job to then step in and be like, wait a second, this philosopher is actually right.
Mm.
Maybe the people above us are wrong, and he shouldn't or she shouldn't have to die
And then
for
you're going to
that.
stage a coup.
And then I'm gonna stage a coup. I'm gonna
You're going to form a
Maximus Decimus
rebellion.
Meridius this bitch, and I'm gonna become a gladiator that defies an emperor.
Okay. I have a hot take on what's it called in Rome where the gladiators fought?
Colosseum,
People did not build that.
aliens.
I'm so sorry, Italian people. You didn't build that.
We didn't build it because look at the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I say no more.
We couldn't even build a straight up and down tower. And you're gonna tell me that we built the Colosseum?
Dude, I don't really believe anything that happened before like 1930. I'm like, dude, you guys are guessing. Like,
1930.
I'm like, you guys are guessing. Show me the proof.
Yeah.
Show me any amount of proof. Oh, there's an old dusty book that someone wrote. Like, we're talking about thousand years, thousands of years of the game telephone.
Right. That's what
I
I'm saying.
can't
Thousand. Yeah.
tell my friend something and count on him to accurately tell it to one of my other friends.
That's
Also,
very,
who
very
wrote all
true.
the history books? The fucking people in power. Do you think that they were going to say, yeah, we've been really fucking this up? No.
Yeah. Like who wrote, like it, like imagine
No.
this. Like if all of a sudden the challenge were to continue tomorrow and me and you just happened to win seven in a row, passing it back and forth like dominant Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire back in the day. And all of the other seasons of the challenge were erased from history, and all the fans that watched those seasons also gone. We're saying that we're the greatest challengers that ever lived, and there was nobody else better than us ever.
I'm saying the show started at episode or at season 43.
Exactly.
Duh.
Yeah. If I win the wars, I'm going to erase all the history books that say anything different other than that, like, I'm the greatest civilization that ever lived.
What's crazy is that every time someone tries to say like, "Oh, the pyramids weren't built," it's like, okay, well, you're just straight up wrong. They were, and I'm like, okay, well, how do you know?
Mm.
Did you carbon date them? How'd they get them there? Because there's a lot of questions here, folks, that I'm not getting any answers to.
There's a lot of
Come here.
questions here. Did you see what they discovered are under the pyramids? Kind of like
It's
those.
it's a literal power plant.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like now it's like were the pyramids just put there and made to look old just to hide some kind of crazy power plant, or was it the aliens?
No, it was part of, I think what they're getting at, like one of the major theories is that they are a part of the power plant. So the coils that you're talking about underneath are made of a conductive material, and there's also like water running underneath them. So and then the chambers in the pyramids that are allegedly like tombs link up perfectly with, like, I'm not a scientist, I don't know, but I've watched a lot of clips on Instagram, and they like would move the power through the pyramid in a way that they would be able to harness power, like a different type of power that we don't use currently. But again, if there was a civilization, hashtag aliens being rich people from the past, they were just using those potentially as power plants. But I
Which blows
digress.
my it blows my mind on everything because everything I learned about Egypt is like, oh, this was a civilization that relied on the floods of the Nile in order to make sure that they were able to have water and grow crops and all this stuff. Have you heard about any floods of the Nile since you've been alive? Egypt still exists. The Nile River still exists. Where are the
Doesn't appear to
floods?
be flooding. Yeah, that's another one. That's like the Epidrias theory, I believe, which is that all the entire Sahara Desert was an ocean, and there was like a massive shift somewhere on the earth at some stage that moved all that water off of the Sahara Desert and then where the current ocean is, and that those sand dunes, just like, that's why they look like in a microcosm. The Sahara Desert looks like if you're walking down the beach after the water recedes, and it's like it looks like water erosion because it
Yeah.
was water erosion. Yeah. Yeah. Now again, I don't know which way I don't even know what I think about this, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do know. It wouldn't be the first time. Lying wasn't invented fucking 100 years ago. Okay,
Right.
pretty sure it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a minute.
Okay, so there's a fair amount of evidence to support that there's been some lies told throughout history.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
There's
saying.
there's some evidence to say that there has been some lies told. Even did you even know that like the Hollywood stars, this was revealed in a book by their agent, is like Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, George Clooney, all those guys, because they were like nobody in the future is gonna know how tiny we were and everything. So they went and got like size 14 shoes. And they were like, this is what we're going to wear when we do our prints on the Hollywood Walk of Fame so that people in the future think our dongs were huge.
Think we were giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's actually really cool. And you want to know what? In fucking 200 years, they are gonna think that. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
Matt Damon was enormous. Guy must have had a hog.
All gone.
Yeah, literal Pringles can. Okay, so Paulie, you would be a police officer. I
Yes.
would be a philosopher.
I'm not
Some may say
surprised.
I am.
Some may say you are the modern day philosopher.
There's a fair amount of evidence in the last 10 minutes to support that claim.
Yeah, there really is. You were
Wouldn't
pulling
be,
theories out of nowhere. And I was like,
would-
this is crazy.
wouldn't be too crazy to make that assumption. Let's get back on track here. We need to roast the hosts.
We do
And
need
we
to roast the
typically do
hosts.
this at the end of the episodes, but because we forgot to do it last time, we've dedicated an entire bonus up to doing it this time. So if you've got them queued up, let's just let them rip, I guess.
Oh, I've got them queued up. All right, first one coming in from Amanda. This is a 2 minute 23 seconder.
Oh my God. We reserve the right to listen to this on double fast forward.
Yeah. Is there a way
Okay.
to do that on
I'm not
we're just gonna let it
sure.
rip.
Okay.
All right, everyone, buckle up. This is Roast the Host, not a therapy session, although Polly might try to turn it into one halfway through. Polly, you are what happens when an energy drink has a midlife crisis. Every time you walk into a room, you arrive like there's a wind machine only you can feel. The outfits, I don't know if you're going to a confessional or auditioning to be the final boss in a low-budget nightclub video game. And mentally, man, you don't spiral, you do full Olympic gymnastics. If overthinking were a daily challenge, you might finally get that first place finish you've been chasing your entire career. Speaking of losing, Paulie showed up to Challenge USA 2 like he was about to reclaim the throne, and then disappeared so fast I thought my TV skipped an episode. You trained your mind, body, and spirit, but still clocked out before your intro package finished airing. And your relationships? Is this love, or is this a strategic alliance with benefits and matching outfits? Honestly, your love life has more plot twists than the show you keep almost winning. Now, Devin walks around like he's the philosopher king of reality TV, but half his vocabulary sounds like it came from a 16-year-old who just discovered caffeine. That was fire, bro. Electric. The only electric thing here is how fast your self-importance fills up a room. You carry yourself like you're the heir to Johnny Bananas, but it's more like you inherited the commentary without the championships. You've got this aura like you're changing the world, but let's be real. If you cut your ego and beer intake by 80%, you might actually have enough time to do some good. Right now, you're like a TED Talk that got stuck in a frat house. On the challenge, Devin plays the long game, mostly because the short game requires cardio. But credit where it's due. You've managed to turn sarcasm into a survival strategy, which is impressive considering half the time it sounds like you're arguing with your own reflection. Together, the two of you are like a podcast version of a buddy cop movie where neither cop solves the case, but they both think they're the genius. Seriously, though, keep it going, because if nothing else, you've proven one thing. Confidence really can outrun results.
Dude, it's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. Amanda.
Holy shit.
Is Amanda AI?
No.
I think Amanda's AI.
No, Amanda's real. Oh God.
Did AI write that?
I don't know.
I think that was actually no, we can't play the next one. We need to unpack that.
No. Should I ask her? Should we start a live dialogue here and see if she
see if she's real? Yeah, ask her if she used AI.
Amanda, you're live here with Paulie and Dev on the Paulie and Dev show. We just played your lip. We just played your clip live. Are you real? Was this AI? Because that was a 10. Please answer us back immediately so that we can know and talk about it. My God.
It was a 10.
Oh my God.
Wait, what did she call you? She called you if an energy drink had a midlife crisis?
Well, I mean, the energy drink in question has to be Monster, right?
It's got to be Monster.
Yeah, like she's not talking about Red Bull or
She's not talking about Alani's, brother. What'd she say? She said, if I cut my ego and my beer intake by half.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that you ask a question about being a philosopher and then she roasts you for being a philosopher.
Dude, that was
the vocabulary of a 16-year-old frat boy.
Yeah, it's fire. I just did it again.
Yeah. Electric,
bro.
Electric, bro.
Dude, good luck following that, whoever's next. Now that's what we're talking about. That's a roast the host segment for the ages. Come on, baby.
I'm afraid to even play the other ones because I don't know if they're going to outdo that. Like, I sped it up, and I kind of feel like if I didn't speed it up, the actual cadence would have made it even more hilarious.
Oh, that's why it sounded like AI. Because it was on. Yeah, okay, I thought it was sped up.
Yeah, I did speed it up. I didn't know how to speed it up, but then I saw the multiplication.
Yeah.
Thing. But yeah, this is.
All right, everyone, buckle up. This is Roast the Host,
not a
session, although Paulie might try to turn it into one halfway through.
Yeah.
That's got to be too slow, though.
No, that's the normal speed.
Oh, that was way too slow.
Yeah, way too slow. We wouldn't have got through that, but yeah.
No, that's
the mental gymnastics.
I can't. We're gonna actually, and this will be a whole new segment on a whole new show. We have to get that dictated, and then we need to go through and just kind of give Amanda her props because that must have actually taken some effort.
Oh, that took some effort. She came
unless she used AI.
I don't think she used AI. That was amazing. Hold on. She answered back.
Oh my God, play it.
Here we go.
It.
Boys, I can confirm that I am real. I'm glad that you liked my roast. For full disclosure, I would give myself about 60% credit. I did ask ChatGPT to judge some of my lines.
Nailed it.
It some very specific areas that I wanted to roast. Gave it some specific terminology to use. But I do want to be totally honest with you that ChatGPT did come in and sort of add some finesse at the end.
All right.
So, can't take the full credit, but I'm glad that you boys liked it. And again, Paulie, hope to see you show up at the Zach Nichols podcast. If not, I will be seeing you in Boston at City Winery in a few weeks.
All
Devin,
right.
I'll see you in Chicago.
Oh, this is a legit fan.
This is a legit fan.
Let's
They're going to
go,
see you at
Amanda.
CMP. They're coming to the roast. Now I got to think of some roasts for her when I see her. But I mean, listen, ChatGPT doing 60% of it, she still had to deliver
Well,
it.
she said she did 60 and ChatGPT did 40.
Okay, she did 60, but the delivery was still the cadence was on. I know we sped it up a little bit, but that was a top tier roast. That was a 10.
Dude, you might want to tell Scott that she should get up on stage and roast you guys.
I think I'm gonna send that roast to Scott and be
Yeah.
like, what do you think? Pulling somebody
She's
out of
gonna
the
be
audience?
there if you want to call her up.
Yeah.
See if she's into it. Start
Yeah.
her career. Start
Start her
her
roasting
AI
career.
roast career.
Oh my God, that was insane. I don't know if Garrett here is
Oh,
gonna.
listen, Garrett, I really am an optimist and I do like to look at the glass half full. You're fucked, buddy. You're
Yeah,
fucked.
coming after Amanda like that, he's not doing well.
You
But here
don't
we
stand
go.
a chance, Garrett.
34 seconds. We'll see what Garrett has here.
Okay, here is my submission for Roast the Host. Devin. Devin, you look like the type of guy that smells good sometimes. Like you definitely smell like cigarettes covered in whatever Axe body spray that you can get your hands on. And Polly, when you get angry, your face mirrors that of my 5-year-old cousin whenever he gets his toys taken away by his mother. Love the show, guys. It is way better than it has any right to be, given the two fuckers hosting it. Keep it up, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, I undersold Garrett. Garrett, great job, Garrett.
All right. Yeah, we undersold Garrett. Great roast. Great
Unbelievable
roast.
job, Garrett.
See, people just needed a little bit. Honestly, we need to thank Mish.
Yeah.
She started this reaction of
Mhm.
quality roast here. I would give Garrett listen, Amanda 10. I don't think many people
So
are gonna touch
Amanda's the bar.
Amanda's the bar. I'm gonna give Garrett a really respectable 7-3.
Oh, you're way under there. I actually think Garrett, I was almost gonna put him in the 9s. Also, we're doing Dave Portnoy scoring, which got to have
Yeah.
a decimal. I mean, it doesn't have to, but it would be a rookie score to give a flat number.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 8-8 total. I'm gonna go 9-2 for the timing. If we were to be measuring this off
30
of
seconds.
how good it can be in 34 seconds, I think it's a 9-2. It was quick. It was to the point. We both got one, and then he flamed us both at the end together. So he actually he hit us from all angles, and it was kind of a compliment sandwich in a weird way.
There was a compliment sandwich there. I mean, listen, I
great.
feel like this is the people's podcast.
It's becoming that.
Yeah, this is the podcast for the people. Like we're just hanging out with you guys. That was a phenomenal
So
roast.
let's average Garrett's score. You gave him a 7-2.
I gave him a 7-3.
You gave him a 7-3. I gave him an 8-8. So
All right,
let's meet
let's
in the
see.
middle there. It's going to end up being an 8-1. It's actually going to end up being an 8.05.
You are, I mean, guys, Devin has bragged about his math here. He was on the money. He just figured it out faster than the calculator right there. So credit to Devin's math skills. And I just want to say, all right, as somebody who spent time and went to the grocery store with Devin while spending a weekend together with him for New Year's Eve, I don't understand where the myth of the smell comes from. Very hygienic, got great soap, got great cologne, got great everything.
Oh, I do. Yeah. No, you want to know what it is? I use natural deodorant.
But natural deodorant smells good. I've got natural deodorant.
See, the only part he was off on, the cigarettes are totally right, but it's more like cigarettes and rose hip oil than it is Axe body spray. So he was close. He was
Rose
right
hip
there.
oil.
He was close.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more like cigarettes and cedar wood. But yeah, I mean, is there a third one or those are two?
Oh, there's a third one.
Okay, so now who's this guy or girl?
Now, This is David.
Okay,
We
David, listen, I said this. Jesus, I don't know if I should give David the benefit of the doubt or not. I said this about the last guy. He absolutely crushed it. David, I actually do think you're fucked.
Yeah, David, you're fucked. I hope you're not fucked. So David, from what I've just taken a quick glance at his profile, he has attended Mr. Jordan Wisely's Champ Camp.
Okay.
It's a 38 seconder. So now we
Okay.
have a little bit of a comparison to Garrett in the 30-second range. David, without further ado, let's hear what you got.
Let it rip.
My guy, let's talk All Stars rivals. You and Leroy were set up brilliantly for that W. You guys complimented each other. You had everything aligned politically. You're competing against like almost 60-year-old Beth, against like Veronica and Katie. Like that final was set up for you to win. You were supposed to coast. It was supposed to be easy. And how on earth do you drop the ball on your second win? You drop the ball and being the person who gets Leroy his first challenge win. It is mind-boggling. How, man?
Okay, not exactly a roast,
Nah.
more of a question.
Yeah.
Happy to answer it for David. Listen, look no further. We can blame Leroy. And I'm going to tell you why we can blame Leroy. Because we had a conversation where we sat down and we were like, so who do you have? Like, who do you really have? Who can you trust? He was like, Dario. It was the one name on his list. That was it. I
I
was
remember.
like, I'm like, I got Nicole and Mel. I got Big T and Corey Lay. I probably have Fessy, but I don't have Amber, but they're in our room. I've got Anissa. I've got Nani. He also felt like he had Nani.
Mhm.
But the one outlier was Dario. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, are you sure? Because I've watched him with his back against the wall and he panics and he tries desperately to make big game moves so he can maybe get a call back. And it just never pans out because he's a wallflower outside of the dumb shit that he does. And if he had half a fucking brain, he would have realized that they had set that up for us to win. They wanted us to win, not to get voted in against Adam and Steve. Hello. So
I
truly,
yeah.
we can look no further. And we had the numbers to turn the vote. And I asked Leroy if he would vote for Dario, and he said no. So
I
that we don't have to look any further than, unfortunately, I put 90% of the blame on Leroy in that situation, not because he did anything or he fucked it up, but because he did not curate his and care for his relationship, the one he needed to have the most, enough to keep him from going behind our back and helping Frank orchestrate the master plan.
I
Simple as
remember
that.
watching that. I remember watching that in real time, and I was absolutely blown away. First and foremost, that it was, but it's. I couldn't help but watch it and just be like, well, that is Leroy playing like that is Leroy's social game. Is nothing strategic and political
Well, he
at
thought he
all.
was under the impression that if you let somebody sleep on your couch while they're looking for a place for X amount of time and you help set them up in the city that you live in, that there would be some sort of loyalty that comes back around the one time they're able to kind of repay you in a game show setting. And
Yeah.
he grossly
Oh.
underestimated the non-loyalty that someone like Dario has and has always. He has
Oh.
always had that. He's like the most manipulatable person it, to the people that want to move him away from like the thing that he's already in. So if
Yep.
he's hard to manipulate if you're already with him. He's
Yep.
easy to manipulate away from a already good position. It's like, hey, you're in a
Yes.
pretty good position right now. What if we offer you a slightly worse position? And he'll be like, I'm in.
That was one of my favorite arguments of that season. Like when you make not
I
letting
was
him
gonna
to
let me just
refer to you
interrupt.
by name, he had to refer to you as challenge champion.
Yeah. And oh, I swear we talked about this once on this podcast. When you see Everett in an argument, if you see me put my hands behind my back, 9 times out of 10, the person I'm that's approaching me is about to get headbutt. If I go like this, 9 times out of 10, they're about to get headbutt. And I was in my mind, I was like, there's still a chance we can pull this off. Don't headbutt him, Devin. Don't headbutt him. You're going to ruin everything for Dario. Do not headbutt him. I was saying that in my mind. I was like, don't headbutt him. Don't headbutt him. Don't headbutt him. I was right. I was right on the edge. I really was right on the edge.
It's a tough place to be.
Yeah,
That's
that was
actually a great strategy when you want to throw a headbutt. Hands behind the back. Hey, I'm not going to hit you.
not a
I'm
threat.
disarmed. Boom.
Not a threat. Not a threat. Not a threat. Smash.
Headbutt.
Yeah, headbutt.
Yeah, and you actually had the leverage like for a downward headbutt right to the nose.
Bro, it's the perfect height disparity. And I have a blockhead. Look at this Cro-Magnon. My forehead looks like the
Well,
Wi-Fi symbol.
I mean,
I
dude,
have a big,
yeah,
thick,
you're Irish. I feel like
meaty
the
forehead.
yeah, like I feel like the UK as a whole, the headbutts like that originated from you guys.
Yeah, I think it's a long lineage.
Yeah.
I think there's a long lineage of headbutts in there
Like,
somewhere.
have you ever watched that movie Green Street Hooligans?
Oh yeah.
The amount of
Oh yeah.
headbutts
Oh yeah.
in that,
Oh
like,
yeah. Yeah.
come
No, I'm not winning a boxing match, but I'm undefeated if I headbutt you. I've, ne- I've never lost a fight that I started with a headbutt.
on. That's the one move in martial arts why they say do not ever get close to somebody
Yeah.
with your hands down. Because that, like, honestly, somebody could be a superior fighter than you. You headbutt him in the nose, you're winning that fight.
Well, then you're hopping on their back. It's like then you're choking them out. It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
it's over.
It's over. Anyways,
Uh,
this took a violent turn. I'm sorry, listeners.
sorry, listeners.
our
Sorry.
our apology. Okay, but now that those are out of the way, we are going to go one to
I'm
Hannah,
gonna give David.
two.
I'm gonna give David a 3.2.
Well, it wasn't. It was a great question.
It was a great question. Terrible roast.
Yeah, it was an 8.6 question. It was a not a roast. So it's not even actually on the roast scale. But we take questions too. We take questions. And we don't screen them before we play them. So
We don't. That is the one thing about the Paulie and Dev show. When you're roasting the host, we don't play the recording before we play it live.
no, and we don't have a producer that screens them either. I guess we shouldn't have told you guys this.
Very interested to see the turn that these roaster hosts are going to go.
Yeah, this could get dicey. But it's time to move into our new game. We did one before. These bonus episodes have kind of just turned into us drafting fun stuff. We're going to draft now. Rock, paper, scissors, Paulie, to see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, not says shoot. If you're if you're out there and you say rock, paper, scissors says shoot, okay? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Rock, paper. We're way off. I need more.
We're
I
way
need
off.
more cadence from you.
You need more cadence?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
Got his ass.
Got his ass.
Avalanche. I always throw rock. I only throw rock. Avalanche. That's all I do. I do it every time. We play it again right now. I do it again. I really do. I truly my only strategy.
And for the season 43 finale, comes
Rock,
down to
paper,
the final
scissors.
two players, rock, paper, shoot, Paulie and Dev.
I'm throwing rock, baby. Never. I'm always throwing rock. Okay, so I am gonna choose to go first because I cannot let this one slip
Yeah.
off the board.
I know who you're grabbing.
I'm taking Wes Bergman to Josh. This is not a me and you thing. I am not here to get rid of the worst player here. that is, in my opinion, Mount Rushmore roasts because of how long it goes on. And then also, what no one knew about this was that Swaggy P was,
Swaggy C.
or Swaggy C was a part of Beta Blocks, I believe.
He was.
Yeah, so Westlake knew him and
Yep.
knew that he wasn't going in. So
Yep.
Josh thought that these guys were all on the same page as him, ready to vote Wes in. And so Wes went in there knowing he was safe and then just eviscerated him. And he when it comes
Oh.
back around and Josh is like, well, if that changes, I guess we'll be gunning for each other again. And he's like, no, no, no. This is not a we thing. It's so good. It's so good. So that's in my one spot is Wes telling Josh that he's not there to get rid of the worst player there.
Damn, I mean, I'm just playing for second place at this point. I have to try and
Well, you get two
get
in a row
some.
now.
Yeah, I get two in a row. This isn't a roast. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Tony on Vendettas with the whole Dennis Rodman rant towards Victor. Not a
No,
roast.
that was to me.
That was to you?
That was to me.
That wasn't to Victor.
No, that was to
Wait.
me.
So Tony did that to you and then stabbed Bananas in the back.
Dude, you don't. Here's what happened. This is such a good one. Here's what happened. Me, Tony, and Kyle were all working together.
Okay.
They were both also kind of working with Johnny. I think Kyle a little bit more than Tony, but Kyle and Tony kept winning stuff together.
Yeah.
And if you sent somebody into, I believe it was called the Inquisition, then they had to pack their bags and go into the sand, and then you would choose one of the three people.
Okay.
So they kept 5 times in a row. They called me into the Inquisition, so I had to keep packing my bags with no intention ever of putting me in elimination. It was just to fuck with me, to make me pack my bags over and over and over and over again. So finally, this one came down to me and somebody else, and they did it again, and I was like, God damn it. But this time they loaded Tony up on wine, like loaded him up. And so when we got down there, now mind you, me and Tony the entire season had been having conversations that when we get a chance, we got to fire it, Johnny. He's
Yeah.
like literally 6 hours before we're like,
Right.
we got to fire at him. So he gets down there, has about 4 cups of wine, forgets it's me, literally, it's me, and then starts. I heard you're going after Michael Jordan, and I wanted to be like, we are going after. This is not a me thing. This is a we thing.
Yeah, this is an us thing.
Yeah. And so that's why the context of that specific roast was so much funnier in reality than it was played on TV because he was a part of my plan to go after Johnny. It was so good.
Oh my
He
God.
points at Kyle, who's got like a whole neck tattoo. He's covered in tattoos, and he's like, "That's Dennis Rodman."
Kyle had no idea who Dennis Rodman was,
Kyle's like, "Who's Dennis Rodman?"
but he would be the Dennis Rodman.
Kyle's the Dennis Rodman of the challenge for sure.
100% the Dennis Rodman of the challenge.
So
Oh my
funny.
God. Good one. Yeah, that's an honorable mention, roast. I'm going with once again our friend Josh. However, this time you're the roaster with the Big Brother sucks wind up
Yeah.
into the math insult from the Daily Challenge. And my favorite part about that roast is that it ended with him counting to 3 and then pushing you.
Those were actually 2 separate nights.
Those were 2 separate nights.
Those were 2 separate nights. The first night, you can get them all. You can get me going at Josh.
I'm gonna get the whole thing because it seems like it happened episode after episode. It was like the one thing riling him up, then there was pizza, then there was him counting to 3 and pushing you.
Well, he also missed the rope from the hanging from the helicopter during a challenge. And no, he got on Nani's rope. So I was lighting him up pretty much the whole season. And in retrospect, it makes total sense as to why the two of us weren't getting along. And this is actually the reason I was rivals with Leroy, was because behind both of our backs, Leroy would be going up to the other one and being like, "Hey, Devin said this about you," or Josh said this, or like, "You guys, he's doing this or he's doing that." It was Leroy stoking the fire the entire time. It was brilliant gameplay on his part. I honestly am happy about it. But as soon as we got in the same place at the same time and we had a conversation, and I was like, Josh, it's so weird because there was a few times where I was ready to like let it all go. And Josh was like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, in those moments, who would come talk to you? And he'd be like, Leroy. I was like, that's weird. Kind of the same.
Leroy, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, man, Leroy, he's subtle with it. I mean, I remember on 40, he was coming to me while he was cutting my hair early on, and he goes, "We got a War of the Worlds to this bitch." And I kind of like side-eyed him because I was like, because there's only one thing that he's referencing with that, and that is throwing bananas in as soon as I got a chance. And I was like, oh, that's the kind of time we're on. So, and that I think he finally was at that point where he's like, I'm literally trying to get a win here, and I'm going to do it by any means possible.
I gotta get a victory in some capacity. I hear that. All right. So I didn't come here to get rid of the worst player here. This is not a we thing or not an us thing. And
Yeah.
then you've got what's 8 times 9, and you get another one now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one. This one was a War of the Worlds one, which you can't watch, and it was a subtle roast, but it was hilarious. It was D, who we won't go into the whole D of it all. However, there was a moment on War of the Worlds where Hunter was hooking up with Julia, or one of the whatever twins. D was close with that twin. As soon as that twin gets eliminated, Nani and Hunter start going together. And Nani's going back and forth with D, basically being like, "Oh, you're just a rookie. You need to know your place." And D's just like, "Her bed wasn't even cold."
Oh, yeah. 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 I do remember that one. That was good.
It was fucking good. It was
That's a
good.
that was a very good one. That reminds me. So what are we calling that? She said the bed wasn't even cold?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said her bed wasn't even cold, as if
Yeah.
she was dead, as if
Yeah.
like as
Yeah.
if like Nani was like having sex with like a widowed like man.
I've got a couple good ones and I just don't know. I know for sure I need one of them. And I'm just not, I think I know which ones I'm going to take because I get
Okay.
two in a row here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to take Maddie Lynn to Ashley after after Bear sprayed her with the fire extinguisher. This whole scene was so funny. Bear sprays them all with the fire extinguisher. And then Ashley's complaining she got a chemical burn. And Maddie goes, bitch, I'm sure you've had worse. That had me dying. Maddie saying, bitch, I'm sure you've had it worse to Ashley after a chemical burn is absolutely electric. So that's in there. I think that happened in the same season. That was Total Madness with Josh and Wes, I believe.
That is the same season. That season had some good roasts.
Yeah. And then the next one that the next one that I'm gonna take, I have to look this up and get the actual direct quote. Okay, here it is. So it's
Yeah.
Jenna and her cousin on Bloodlines, and it's Jenna goes, congratulations, your father owns a bakery.
To her own cousin.
To her own cousin. Yeah. So I've got Wes versus Josh. I've got Maddie versus Ashley. And then I've got
Yeah.
Jenna versus her own cousin. And the quotes are I'm not here to get rid of the worst player here. Bitch, I'm sure you've had worse. And congratulations, your father owns a bakery.
Yeah. That's
That's my
those are
team.
good. Yeah,
That's my
that's your team.
team.
All right. So I've got you, the whole everything of that, but mainly I'm going with the Big Brother sucks 8 times 9.
Yeah.
What's 8 times 9?
And
That's
then also, if you're jealous of my sweatsuit, you can ask to borrow it. Because I did that whole thing in like a gray, like a light gray sweatsuit.
Yeah, two people who I wouldn't want to be on the bad side of just funny roast are you and Wes. Two
Yeah.
people. Wes is also one of the worst trolls on social media that you could ever be in his bad
Don't piss
graces.
Wes off on
No,
Twitter.
do not piss Wes off on Twitter. He will kill you. And then D telling Nani that Julia's bed isn't even cold before she slept with Hunter. I'm also going with I'm going with Mitchell here. Okay, another War of the Worlds 1-1. Theo called her Eminem's mom from 8 Mile.
Oh, you might have. Oh, you might have just won it in the final pick, my friend. That
I don't know.
is that is from the top row. You look like Eminem's mom.
What makes it so good is it's a British guy who, like they don't understand American culture or anything like that. They don't understand like the subtleties of Ashley being from West Virginia, it
Oh,
possibly
that is
being,
too
her
good.
possibly trying to be like, "Oh, you're trying to call me white trash?" Like, no, he was just calling her Eminem's mom from 8 Mile.
Oh,
And
so
she
funny, dude.
lost it on him.
That is such a good one. I'm actually going to go honorable mention Bananas calling Nicole Zanata Andy Dick. That is, that's a very, very good one. Uh,
Oh my God.
yeah, that was a very, very good one. And then also honorable mention to Naya telling Nani that Johnny was only dating her because his girlfriend cut her hair. That was fire.
Naya's got some brutal ones.
Yeah,
Oh
that
man.
was fire.
Nani has been on the receiving end of a lot of roasts. Girls used to roast her back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Oh
All
fuck.
right, so wait, you all right, this so your team is what's 8 times 9?
Yep.
Then you've also got the bed's not cold, and then you finished out with you look like Eminem's mom from 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's team one, and then team two is my team, and I've got Wes versus Josh. I'm not here to get rid of the worst player here. And then I've got Bitch, You've Had Worse. And then I've got Congratulations, Your Father Owns a Bakery. That's team two.
Yeah.
So cast your vote for which team you think possesses the best roasts. Now it is a team. You're not voting for the
Mm.
individual roast. You're voting for the collective three. And we hope to see you in the comments, kind of firing that up for us.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat West, but Dev, I think this has been one of our more enjoyable bonus eps. I haven't been able to stop laughing this whole time.
No,
The roasts on us, I think, set the tone.
they're excellent. Don't forget to roast your hosts. It's an excellent part of the podcast. And now that we have a pretty large gap in each show to fill, considering House of Villains is no longer airing, we're really kind of relying on those roast the hosts. So do give us your roast the host, but then also go ahead and throw in your favorite roasts from the challenge. Oh, an honorable mention from the Real Housewives franchise. You have high body count hair is one of the best roast lines I've ever seen on reality TV. It was one of them to another one who I guess had like a cheating scandal or something, and they're at a cocktail party, and she goes, "You have high body count hair."
That is, Bravo has some good roasts. Honorable mention with our boy Sandy getting called a worm with a mustache.
Oh yeah,
They're brutal.
electric.
They're brutal over there on Bravo.
Yeah, yeah, they really are. Well, that's going to do it for us. I got a big Celtics game to prepare for, but I'm really glad to have hopped on here with all of you. Thank you for your participation in Roast the Host. All of you that did, we really appreciate it. We hope to have more of you next episode. And do not forget that the cruise is selling out fast. If you want to join Paulie and Dev on the open water, November 2nd to the 6th, there are limited spots available, and we want some Paulie and Dev show listeners there, right? We've
We
pretty
do.
much, I mean, I think there's a few, but for the most part, these are getting scooped up by last year's cruise, the people that were affected by last year's cruise, which was a sham. This is not a sham. We are announcing, we have two more confirmed talent that we're going to be announcing next week. They are heavy hitters. You are going to want to get in and get those tickets before those two are announced
Mhm.
because they bring a crowd. Let's
They
just
bring a
let's just be honest, they bring a crowd.
they bring a crowd. And guys, by the time November comes, we're gonna have an army of Paulie and Dev show listeners. We
Hmm.
want you guys to get on this cruise because you guys are the starters for us. You got us rolling. We
Yeah.
are going to be doing P&D show live on the cruise.
Yeah, you guys you're in on the ground floor and we're going to do a live roast the host segment. It's going to be electric. So, we really do hope to see you there. Check our Instagrams, our bios for the links to everything that we do. We've also got a live show that's going to be coming up in Miami around the same time, the previous weekend to when the cruise launches. We're working on a live show. Those tickets are going to be available soon. So thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Devin Walker. He's Paulie Calafiore, and you all are wonderful. Paulie, take them away.
Dev, I think you did a great job doing it yourself this time. So we'll be seeing you.
We'll be seeing you.